Hello, everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. And another week has passed, and I have another great show scheduled with two awesome guests. And if you watched Facebook or checked Facebook, you know who they are. And I know you're going to enjoy both of them. Dominic will be coming to us all the way from the Melbourne, Australia area, and Mike Kinney will be coming from North Carolina. So it's going to be an interesting show. Hopefully, we'll have a good time, some laughs, maybe learn a couple of things. But I really appreciate you all taking the time to tune in and watch the live stream. It wouldn't be a success unless you guys watched it. So I want to say thank you to you all. And it's I tell you, it's one of those things where I don't know where the days go. They just fly by. I know I'm getting old, because I remember the old people saying that. And last weekend, I was up in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, and had a great time up there. I did some flying with my son and his wife, and my nephew and his wife. And I got believe it or not, I got my nephew hooked on drones. Yeah. He enjoyed it so much. He went out and bought a Mini too. So I was so glad to see that. Um, but yesterday he had his first few flights, and they were interesting. And I was trying to walk him through it and text him through it, but he figured it out on his own actually. And hopefully one day he'll be a future guest on the show. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching, and I want to welcome in a few people right now. And I see Paul Widgenbig. How you doing? Good to see you. And Jerry Bauer. Um, and as you guys know, I don't know how to scroll right back to the beginning. I always get locked out of doing that when I'm on the computer, and I don't have it on the iPad just yet. But there it is. All right, so I should be able to do it then. Um, Sean Austin, he was number one though. So, and then Al was right behind him. He was number two. How you doing, Al? And Robert Glazier, always good to see you. And Steve Jones, how you doing? Good to see you, sir. Stay safe. You know, a lot of bad things have been happening lately, so stay safe, brother. And Gary, Brand Ariels, good to see you. Um, and I'm going up the list here, and I see Ken Nida. How you doing, Ken? Coming to us all the way from Florida. And Tomas Ariels. Tomas is coming to us all the way from Ireland. How you doing, Tomas? Um, TJ's in the house. How you doing, TJ? Good to see you. And Joe Blaylock. Always good to see you. And he's coming to us from Washington, if I remember right. Washington. Or Oregon? Washington. And Jerry Bauer's in the house. And right now, you got to keep track of these snowbirds. He's back in Canada, but he's a snowbird like me. He goes down to Florida for the winter. So good to see you, Jerry. And Johnny Drofly is in the house. Thank you, Johnny, for popping in. As Adrian says, always good to see you. And Johnny's coming to us all the way from Louisiana. And John, Flying Flynn Media, how you doing? Good to see you. And I tell you, we got a great crowd in the house, which is great. Thank you, guys. Charles Hatmaker, how you doing? And John Olson, right here on Long Island. Good to see you, John. I hope you're getting ready to buy a drone if you haven't bought one already, but we got to get together and fly together. He's only like 20 minutes from me. So, and you would have liked the spot I went to yesterday, John. I was out by the Ponquag Bridge in Hampton Bays. So, you know where that is. But anyway, yeah, Max Ayers in the house. How you doing, Max? Always good to see you. And I'm always amazed at the way Max flies. He's an incredible pilot. He's an FPV guy. But that's okay. We won't hold that against him. So one of these days, maybe I'll try it again. But you know, the last time I tried it, and I don't want you guys to laugh, but it was my Furba F-36, and it took off right here on the desk, and I still got a hole in my ceiling from it. So anyway, Barkley's in the house. 107 Drones, how you doing? And Tony, Quadcopters and Tech, and Nico and Ram, Lifestyle. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Tammy Jean's in the house. How you doing, Tammy? Good to see you. And I have to say, I had something else I wanted to share. And, if I don't have the list right in front of me, I forget. But I want to let you know about um, the monthly giveaway, and that's the lanyard holders for the DJI RC controller. And these were donated by Tony from Quadcopters and Tech. And somebody's going to win one next week, actually. But we'll have the monthly contest, and we'll also do the tip of the week. But listen, I don't want to leave Dominic in the back room too long. I think he's full of shrimp and lobster now. And I'm going to bring him in. So I'd like you to give him a warm welcome. He's coming to us all the way from Australia. Welcome, Dominic.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning for you, right?
Yeah. Just after 8 a.m. here.
Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. And I got to say, Dominic, you are a big supporter of everybody.
Yeah.
I see you on the live streams all the time, and that means a lot, believe me.
Yeah, yeah, I've got to show my passion.
And we really appreciate it, And so in a little while, we'll talk about your drone experiences, because I think you fly the Mini 2, right?
Yes, I've got a Mini 2.
Right. And Jay, let me just welcome in a few more people. JC, he's in the house. And I'm telling you, how long have you been flying drones?
Well, for 2 years. I took it up while I was in lockdown down here. But I've been in sort of an interest in aviation and RC planes for probably 35, 40 years at least. I'd just gone to a 35-year school reunion just before the lockdown started, or not lockdown, but actually before the whole pandemic started in late 2019, and caught up with a few guys I hadn't seen in many years. So I thought, well, I need a hobby, or I need something to keep me interested. And I thought, bugger it, I'm just going to go out, research what everything is, watched many hours of YouTube, and just found to be it was a Mavic Mini at the time that was the beginner style drone. So I thought, okay, I'll go out, find what it is. And we actually have a DJI store in Melbourne.
Oh, do you?
CBD, yeah, in one of the large shopping centres we've got there. We've got a nice little store. So I went in there and sort of like looked around and, okay, bought the Mini Fly More Combo.
Well, I tell you, the Mini
took it from there.
Yeah, the Mini 2 is a great starter drone. It really is, and it takes incredible photos and incredible video.
Yeah.
And as I said in the intro, my nephew up in New Hampshire, he went out and bought one of them, and he's enjoying it so far. And I didn't get the Mini 2. I bought the Mini, when that was released, so I didn't get the Mini 2. But sometimes I wish I had. So where do you do most of your flying?
Where's that?
Where do you do most of your flying?
We've got a nice. we've got a nice little park that the councils in our area don't. We're like to. The suburb is Alphington. It's just probably a 5-minute drive from where I am, and the council there is a lot more lenient, we'll say.
Okay.
Because most of the other councils, it's a bit of a nanny state. So we're treated like skateboarders. You've got to be pushed into a little corner, and if you show, you get all the Karens coming out.
Okay.
But they put in local ordinances and say, you can't do this, you can't do that. But I found a really nice little park that I do most of my videos from. It's a pretty big park, and it's a lovely area. But you've just got to be careful, because being a lovely area, everybody likes to walk and all around and have picnics and that sort of thing. So it's a fairly nice park. I've noticed through my travels on YouTube, I found a couple of other really good Melbourne creators as well. You've got Brett from Gizmo Drones does some really great work in my area as well. And there's another Brett, Victorian Aerial Vision. That's the two from Melbourne. And I don't know if you've come across Matt Northeast from.
Sure, we know Matt. Yeah, we know Matt. Yeah,
yeah, he's a real character.
He's a great drone pilot, great photographer.
Great pilot. He certainly spread his reputation. We've got a couple in South Australia, couple more from Queensland, and I think there's a couple from Perth in Western Australia. So we're slowly.
Now, do you guys get together for meetups, drone meetups?
No, we haven't got together yet. I've been trying to organise these sort of things because there are a few other people, and they're a little bit more serious, and I'm not the sort of really serious person. So
yeah, okay.
I'm a bit of a rogue, a bit of an outlaw at heart, and the sort of people that I'd like to hang around with are. Matt.
So what are you trying to say? You're wild and crazy?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I tell you, that's one thing about this drone community here in America, and the people that we've met abroad. Everybody's just so supportive of each other.
Yeah.
They really are. When I became involved with drones and these live streams, they welcomed me, and I'm still learning. I have so much to learn.
We learn every day.
Exactly. Now you're also you don't call it a Part 107 over there, but you do it professionally, and you got a business flying drones, correct?
Yeah, I'm at the I'm basically at the bottom level. I'm trying to think of a better word. Yeah, we've got three. We have three levels. We have what's called the commercial pilot, the remote pilot, and then the remote owner. And as we go up the levels, the more levels you've got, the more contactable you are from councils, governments, and various other people wanting to get aerial photography. So.
Okay. Well, I know I'm studying. I've been studying for 6 months now, but I don't study every day. Sometimes I'll go a week without studying, but I will finish the Pilot Institute Part 107 course, and hopefully I'll take the exam, and I'll become a licensed Part 107 pilot here. Not that I want to go back to work.
Yeah, that's my goal, to get another level, because as you go up the levels, the more experienced you are, and the higher end drones you can actually use, and then you can go and get specific qualifications to get more jobs.
Hey, look, Dominic, Crash Cundiff is. I mean,
Yeah.
Maddie's Drone World's in the house. How you doing, Maddie?
Yeah, matey's here.
I like this new name that Johnny gave you, though.
Mm.
So listen, now, how often do you fly? Do you fly every day, type of thing, or?
I try and fly as much as I can, but the weather has been pretty wet and windy over the last couple of days.
Okay, yep, that'll prevent you from flying.
Yeah,
That's for
yeah,
sure.
as it was yesterday.
And it prevents me too. Even though I have the Mavic 3, I don't like flying in the wind. I just don't like it. I don't feel comfortable, and I always check my UAV forecast, and basically
Yeah, I do
it's
that
15 and below, just like when I went boating, 15 knots and below. So, but anyway, I have one of your videos queued up, so I think
great.
we'll if I can do it without losing the stream, I'm going to show part of it. Darabin Parklands, I guess. Is that?
That's the name of it.
Yeah. So let's see. Maybe you can narrate.
Yeah.
And explain what's happening. So let's see now. All right. And now it should be showing, right? And now we'll start it. So you can narrate, all right?
Basically, that there's it used to be a landfill site, and basically what happens is the area there had a lot of chemicals and other really nasty stuff, and that's what they use behind there. There's a little well that recycles the water. This is behind. This is the southern end of the park, where a lot of people don't congregate. But I saw that the other day and felt that it's such a beautiful spot that people needed to see it.
Well, I tell you, this is a great video. It looks like a great park to fly in.
Yeah. That's probably about, I put that little notice there that actually explains the park itself.
Okay.
And there's a really nice walking track there. And in a couple of other videos, as you walk to the north of that, there's a couple of really big rivers. And when the weather settles down, I'm going to do a little bit more, even though I do a lot of videos from there. But I'm going to do a little bit more and maybe do some longer videos, because I don't think I've done a video over 3 minutes. But I'll put it into various editing programs, mainly iMovie, because I haven't really been able to get my head around things like DaVinci Resolve.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to ask you. What do you use to edit your videos? Yeah, that's what I use also.
It's the simplest one, even though I've used I use Lightroom for the actual photos, but that's pretty much it. As I said, I tried DaVinci Resolve, but it's a little bit rich for my blood at the moment. But I always like to try, always like to learn something new. So I'm going to work my way up there sooner or later. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah, I noticed on your channel that you had some live streams on there too.
Yeah, I had
some live from the drone.
No, I haven't worked that one out yet. Okay. I do have that Prism Live downloaded. Just trying to work out how they connect with that. But no, I did a live stream a couple of Fridays ago and thought I'll have a go. And then Matt didn't turn up for his Saturday morning, so I thought, there's an opening for me.
I got you. Okay. Yeah,
I disappoint everybody.
you forget that you're so much ahead of us because it's
Yeah,
your morning time, while when it's our nighttime. You know.
yeah. Because Matt usually goes on at 8 p.m. Fridays,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
perfect because it's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. my time. And at this time of the year, before the daylight time comes on, we're on the same time zone. But once daylight time hits, Queensland doesn't observe it, so
Oh,
they
they
are
don't.
no, they'll be an hour behind us. So three time zones become 5 time zones,
Wow. Okay, that's got to
Western
be
Australia, which is
confusing.
normally 2 hours behind, becomes 3 hours behind.
Well, we have some states here, but I forget which ones are that don't follow it too. You
Yeah,
know, and it's confusing. Um, I'm going to use the same line I used last week, and we got celebrities in the house. We just had Lawrence Clark come in. How you doing, Lawrence? Good to see you. Do you know who
evening.
Lawrence is, Dominic?
Yes, I do
Yeah,
follow.
sure. Yeah, those guys. One of those guys.
Yeah,
They had a great show yesterday. I don't know if you watched it. They
no,
had
I watched that one because Tammy
Tammy
Jean was
Jean
on
was
it.
on as a
Yeah, that's why I
co-host.
watched it.
Yeah, so and it was a good show. She did a great job.
Mm,
Yeah, I felt so honored when they asked me to be on their show.
yeah,
Um, and I enjoy Lawrence and Herman. They really teach a lot, or at
yeah,
least they
yeah.
teach me a lot. Some of you guys know it all, But Tammy, you really did a great job yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, the videos and the streams that I really like watching that balance information with entertainment, because you can't go too far one way. Too much information where you just sit there and think, oh, okay, and then you think, oh, there's too much entertainment, and suddenly the squirrel moment goes right off to the right off to just dicking about. So if you find that perfect niche halfway between, then it's very entertaining. And I must say, I'll out myself here with Mikey from Philly Drone Life. He's got the perfect.
Well, he's
He's
an
perfectly in the
entertainer.
middle.
He's
Yeah,
definitely an entertainer.
he's perfectly in the middle because he is engaging. And I'll sit down and he'll post a new video, and they're 20, 25 minutes, and I'm sitting there watching it, and I don't even realize that I've watched 20 minutes of a video.
Right,
And
exactly.
I'll sit down and watch his live streams or watch any video he puts out, and suddenly, you know, what feels like 2 or 3 minutes is half an hour later.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So
I don't know.
that's
I don't know. I don't know if you see the comment on the screen, Mister JRC. It's good to see you, but somebody stole your blue jeans. Okay, I hope you find them. But anyway, it's
yeah,
hard reading all the comments,
yeah, I know.
as
I've
they're
done that.
going by.
I know. You've got
But
to keep one eye on the comments and one eye on the video. Yeah,
and
I
then
know that.
sometimes you go to click on one and it goes up and you miss it, and then you
Yeah,
click on a different one.
yeah,
But anyway, yeah. I want to say thank you again for being on, Dominic.
yeah. No worries.
This is very, very interesting having you on. I think everybody in the chat agrees with me. And if anybody
Mm.
has any questions for Dominic, please feel
Hit
free
me
to
up.
ask them in the chat, and we'll try to answer them. Um, but now's the time for me to give you your personal invitation to come to the South Florida Drone Meetup. And we're going to have the third annual South Florida Drone Meetup in Jensen Beach, Florida. And it's going to be held on April 1st, 2023. We're having it at the same venue we had it at, the Jensen Beach Causeway Park.
Mhm.
Um, it's free. It doesn't cost anything to attend. And I'm hoping we're going to get a lot of raffle prizes like we did last year.
Yeah,
And we're encouraging the people that come to bring children, so we can get them involved with flying drones. And
Yeah.
we already have 34 people signed up that say they're coming.
Mm.
So, and you guys know who they are. You are. I won't read off the names. Um, but anyway, if you want to come, it doesn't mean you have to come. If you tell me you're coming, I'll put your name on the list.
I'll try and make my. The question was asked by Steve Jones earlier: can a tourist fly in Australia without a license? I'd have to find that one out, and I might even do a video on it on
Okay.
people, because I'd say 99% of the people that subscribe to me don't live in Australia, so that should be the topic for a video. Tourism, getting people like yourself or anybody else that is a subscriber to my channel to come to Australia. I would have to find that out, Steve, and I will endeavour to do a video about it then.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your question, Steve. That was good. And that's important that you check the drone laws if you're going to be flying in another country.
Yeah.
I know I took a chance. I went on a cruise last year. I brought my little Mini with me. I went down to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And I thought, you didn't need a license or anything. So I took a chance and tried to fly, but it didn't work out anyway because the drone did a hard landing in the beach sand. And that was the end of my flying for the whole cruise. But anyway, so make sure you check your local laws or the laws of the country you're flying. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. And the laws of each council, because we have, try not to introduce any form of politics into this, but we have three forms of government. We have a federal government, which oversees all 6 states and 2 territories. We have a state government, which overlooks the whole of the state, and then we have each council, which looks out over the whole the whole suburban area. Now, each council has its own local ordinances. Because it's become a very popular topic, these ordinances are now being put into the running of the day-to-day parks and that sort of thing, because we have what's called Parks Victoria, which oversees the national parks. Some of them you can fly in, some of them you can't. Some of them you have to have a permit, some of them you don't. Some of them, the next level is some of them you have to have a permit, and you basically have to, go through and jump various hoops to get through there. So,
yeah,
and you have to have public liability insurance, you have to have this, you have to have that. You have to get it signed in triplicate, and you have to give them your inside leg measurements, and then they stamp it. So sometimes it's sometimes it's okay. One of the
let me just welcome in a few more people. Let me just welcome
everybody.
Michael Belshi. Good to see you. Don't worry about being late. I'm just glad you're here. And Michael Wright, how you doing? We got George Kelly. How you doing, George? And Robbie RC Pro B. Okay, he flies in the Philippine Islands. So thank you all for coming in. Thank you. All right, go ahead, Dominic. I'm sorry. And Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones is there.
Yeah. Just answering a question there from Mr. JRC. It says here, Dominic seems like a good dude to chill with and have a Foster's with. We don't talk Fosters. Fosters as a joke. It's actually Victoria Bitter is the beer of choice down here.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Yeah, we have. I think I was on stream another day, and people were talking about beer. And the main beer here is depending on which state you're in, and it's a real tribal thing. If you're in one state, you drink one beer. If you're in another state, and so on and so forth. We've got Victoria Bitter in Victoria. Then you've got Tooheys if you're in New South Wales. Queensland, Great Northern, Brick Lane is another great beer. And there's a lot of these craft beers. Several hundred craft beers are just popping up everywhere, and basically.
Well, let me get you back to drones, though.
Oh, sorry about that. I got the squirrel moment there.
No, I know.
Sorry about that. I
But
just went off
listen,
on a tangent.
no. I just want to welcome in Alan. He's coming all the way from Ireland. How you doing, Alan? Drone Views Media, and Aki Rasho is in the house too.
Good to see.
We've got a great crowd in the house tonight watching the show.
Yeah,
but listen, Dominic, I mean, you only have the one drone, correct?
Yeah. Well, I have two now because I got when I upgraded to the Mini 2, I kept the because what I'm doing is I've got a couple of lady friends, and I feel, well, they're out there and about. I really want to push forward and introduce more women into drones.
Yep.
So I'm slowly, because they're gamers, so they understand the whole console thing, and they're big. They're big into social media and Instagram and that sort of thing. So I thought maybe it would be great if we had more young women flying, and then we could really push the industry really well down here.
No. That's good. I know we have a couple of groups. Women Who Drone, I think, is one of the Facebook groups. Or
yeah.
But I tell you got to give Tammy Jean a lot of credit. She's a pioneer in the field among us. Our group.
She's basically the template.
Yeah, she flies and she puts me to shame.
Trailblazer.
Yeah, and then we got Deneen Pagan. She's out of New York City, you know, and Angie Anderson. She's out of Texas. And speaking of which, she's going to be a guest on the Fly for Fun show on Wednesday, along with the one and only Mark Fisher.
Yeah.
So that should be a good show. Be sure you tune in, guys.
Yeah. I do. I enjoy him. He's a real character.
Oh yeah, he is. I know. He's another entertainer.
Yeah. While on the
and God bless America is in the house. How you doing?
You missed out Kim Fused as well.
Tim Jackson, you mean? Tim Jackson?
Kim Fused.
Oh yeah, Kim Fuse. Yeah. I don't know her well.
Female pilot. Alicia FPV, I think's her name. I've just recently started following her. That's good. And my on high, I think it's how it's pronounced. MAI on high. I think her name's Maya.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, they're FPV pilots. I've been going through trying to find.
Now, do you fly FPV at all?
Not yet.
Okay.
But
you're like me, not yet.
Not yet. The finances don't really support it, but it really, after watching many of these build videos, it really takes me back to the days when I was a teenager putting together all these RC cars, and the soldering and just general connection of ESCs, VTs, and so on and so forth. It looks like something that I could understand because I had electronics in my misspent youth.
Okay. Well, now I know. God bless America's first name, Ronnie. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad I know it now. So, um, but listen, Dominic, I have a little format that I go by,
Yep.
and
Go for it.
I know Mike Kinney's in the background, so let me. I don't want to keep. Did you leave him any shrimp and lobster?
Yeah. Yeah. I did leave. I left some for him. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna bring him in now, and everybody in the chat, please give Mike Kinney from North Carolina a warm welcome. Hey,
Hey,
Mike.
everybody. Hey.
Good
Hey,
to see you.
Dominic. Can
Thank
you
you
see
for
me
joining
okay?
us. Yep, little dark, but that's all
Little bit.
right.
Oh, yeah. Let me move some
Yeah,
light over here.
okay. And you
I don't
know,
know. I've been working all day. You might not want to see me too good. There's another
yeah.
scorcher here today.
Was it hot down there in North Carolina?
Oh, man. Heck yeah. It's been a hot summer. Been a hot summer.
Yeah, right. Well, I have to say, Mike, I haven't talked to you in quite a while now, but I flew with you when I was down there last year, and that was
Yeah.
fun. Have you been flying much?
I've been flying. Yeah. I mean, since I got the Mini 3, I've been trying to fly quite as much as I can.
And before I forget, let me make a formal introduction. Do you know Dominic? Dominic, do you know Mike?
No, I've never met him. It's been a long time since I've been on a live stream. Adrian sends me a link every week, and he gets mad because I never come on there.
He gets mad at everybody.
He's coming to us all the way from Australia.
Yeah, that's one of the places I'd like to go for sure, man. That'd be a dream trip to go there. I watch a lot of Matt North videos.
Yeah.
He certainly is famous.
Oh yeah, he's real good at making videos. That's for sure.
Well, I enjoy your videos, Mike. I do. I like the way you produce them. We'll use that word. You do a voiceover like I do. I do a lot of talking, and you do that too.
Yeah, most of the time I do.
And you get a lot of.
I watch your videos, Mike. So
whenever I put music on, I get a copyright strike. So I probably got a dozen of those over the years, but that's okay.
Yeah, but you narrate and you give a lot of information about where you're flying, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think people like it. I mean, I might be wrong, but I think people like it when you narrate.
Yeah. Tom Dowling's in the house. How you doing, Tom? Thank you for joining us. And Tom, he just went out and ordered that Avata. He's been flying that Avata already.
Yeah.
Have they been getting quickly? Has anybody we know got it yet? Has they been coming quicker than the Mini 3 did?
Tom ordered it the day it was released. He got it the next day.
Okay, because I saw they had that express shipping. I mean, I went and looked. I don't know if anybody's gotten it real fast or anything. But.
And then, of course, I've been watching Billy Kyle and Rick Smith.
All the usual suspects.
And Aldrin,
Yeah. I watched Jevin Dovey crash his a bunch. He gave it a real stress test. He was crashing right and left.
Who was that?
Jevin Dovey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know.
I've watched him for years.
Okay. But I tell you, it looks like a cool drone. I'm no FPV guy, so I'm no one to talk.
I don't really post any. I mean, I have 4 or 5 inch quads. I got a couple Nazgul V2s, the Evoke and the Recon 5, but I've yet to upload anything yet. I see, I've gotten progressively better over the months.
Okay, but listen, we got another celebrity in the chat, Steve Carpenter, all the way from California.
Yeah,
how you doing, Steve? Good to see you. And believe me, I appreciate you coming in.
Oh, glad to be here. Glad to be here. It's been a while since I've been on a live stream, actually.
Well, Mike, you work. You're still working. You're not retired like me.
Yeah, that's right. I got home about 5:15, I guess it was. And I did enter a photo contest with, and hell, I've never won anything, and I felt a little guilty, you know, a drone shot against other people's photos, you know, on the ground, because I saw them. I said, I know this is gonna be a winner, and I did win. And
Yeah, you won. I remember you
Yeah.
posting something about
I
that.
don't know if you can see it, but they took the photo and they laminated on metal. It looks like tin to me. I don't know if it might not show up real well, but let me see here. It's
Oh
on
yeah,
it's
nice,
on metal. It's like
nice shot. Now where is that? Where?
that's Winston right there.
Right,
But
that's what I
see,
thought.
it's like tin. It's like laminated on tin somehow. I don't know how they do it, but
Yeah, that looks good. Very nice. Congratulations.
it was just like a local NPR station. It was like photo of the week contest. Like I said, I felt a little bit guilty sending a drone shot in. I knew as soon as I saw him, I said, "Oh, this is gonna be a winner," you know. And
Yeah,
it
no,
was.
that's great. I have one of your videos queued up to play. It's Winston-Salem, actually.
Oh,
I
you might
think.
not want to play the music. I don't want you to get a copyright. I didn't narrate that one.
But I
Don't
want to
play the
move.
music
Okay.
unless you want to play Old Salem. I think Old
Susan
Salem might have
Susan
been the
Lee's
one.
in the house. How you doing, Susan? And Chris Jackson's in the house. How you doing, Chris? Thank you for popping in. Yeah, appreciate it. And I
Pull
know.
up Old Salem if you can get
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
yeah, like it's so easy. You don't understand. um.
It's the one right before that, I believe.
Oh yeah, yeah. But then I got to go back to YouTube.
Whatever easier for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, I
Just
have.
don't
I
play
have.
the music on the
I'm not
Winston
worried.
one.
Believe me, I'm not. I'm not worried. This is Winston Salem, so you can narrate while we play it. All right. And if first
Yeah.
comes the worst, I'll.
Yeah, you might want to turn the music down.
Okay, I'll turn it down then. All right. You narrate.
Yeah, I mean, in North Carolina, there's only one like big city, Charlotte. All the rest are small. You know that, Ray.
All right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I forgot to hit the share button. It's the little
We all
things that
do
make
that.
this interesting.
It's like a
Um,
college town, Wake Forest
Yeah.
University. You probably
yeah.
heard that
All
before.
right. How's that? Is it playing now?
It's getting,
You're gonna
yeah.
build the suspense.
It's not long. I think it's only a
Come
minute
on.
and a half. Actually, I was up against a no-fly zone because I get ready to go. You'll see in a second. I was started to go into the city, but I couldn't go very far because of one of the hospitals has a helicopter pad on top of it, and I got about as far as I could go. I
Yeah.
pushed it, or I would have went in further.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of divided up in four quarters. You know, two of them you can fly up to 300, and the other two you can't fly at all.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to go to the capital, Raleigh, because I saw it's Class G airspace, and I haven't made it there yet. Probably go to
Okay.
Charlotte. You can
Now,
fly Charlotte.
do you like flying in the city? Because I know you do a lot of waterfront flying
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I like it. I like it.
I'm sorry that the comment is in your face, but
Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, that
um,
was just a short, quick video. Well, it's a small town anyway.
no, that's a good video. It really is. And I know when you play the music too, you know, it adds flavor
Yeah,
to it.
most of them I narrate, like you said.
Yeah. But
I
anyway,
saw
yeah.
where they, I think it might have been Rick Smith advertised a mic you can hook up to the DJI-RC, and I'll probably get one. That way you
Okay.
don't have to go back and, voice over. It'd be better if I had the mic and doing it at the same time I was flying. These cats of mine, every time I get home, I got a couple babies here they got to see.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, they act like babies. They're
Oh,
about
I got you.
6 years old.
I thought you meant you had kittens.
I know. No
Yeah.
kids. No kids.
Yeah. So how long you been flying, Mike?
I
Give
think it was
people a little
probably,
background on you and your flying.
I think it was around 2015, maybe. I flew 2 or 3 years before I ever even put anything on YouTube. I started watching a show on Discovery Channel called Swamp Loggers. It was about these dudes out here on the coast. They were logged in the swamps, and it went off And then they started putting videos on YouTube, and they kept getting these cool aerial shots. I said, how are they getting these aerial shots? And it didn't occur to me at the time it was drones. Yep. And when I realized it was drones, I said, man, I got to get one of those. And like a lot of people, I think Maddie even had one. The first one I bought was this unique Q500, this giant Goliath of a drone. I mean, the props are probably 12 inches. And I didn't know anything about them. And I flew it for a little while, and then I got like it didn't fly worth a damn. I didn't know it at the time. It didn't fly worth a damn. It would only go about 20 miles an hour. And if you took a turn not even sharp, the ass end would come around like a car on gravel. You'd be looking the opposite way. And then I got like a couple of toy drones, like a Hollystone drone, and then I bought the Spark. I bought the Spark, and I said, oh, I finally got a real drone now. And after the Spark, I might have got a Xeno, and then it just progressed. You know, I got the Mavic Pro Platinum, and the original Mini, and the Air 2. And
wow, you got quite a fleet. You know, what drone do you like the best? What is your favorite?
I mean, I never did get the Air 2S, and I was getting ready to pull the trigger on that because of the camera, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really want a drone that was the exact same I already had, the Air 2, you know.
Yeah, the Air 2's a good drone.
But then, yeah, it's a good drone. When the Mini 3 Pro came out, I jumped on it, and I'll tell you what, I'm really happy with that camera.
So
that camera is amazing on that little drone. I mean,
that's what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying that.
Like the Air 2, in the daytime it's great, but at night, I took some footage at night. It's real bad at night, the Air 2, unless you're up close on something and it's real bright, you get all kinds of digital noise, just terrible, unusable footage. But with the Mini, I've done some night flying with the Mini 3 Pro, and man, it's looked awesome. Very little noise, very little.
Okay, that's what people say. Yeah, it's quiet. Yeah, let me just welcome in another celebrity. We got another celebrity. DeMarco is in the house.
Yeah.
How you doing, DeMarco? Good to see you.
Thank you. I didn't I don't have the best drone of all, like you, Captain Ray. Yours, the Mavic 3. That camera's awesome.
You mean this one? The one that I sleep with?
You can tell when it's the Mavic 3 footage. I mean, it looks like no other camera.
Yeah.
It looks like no other camera. It's hard to describe. It's more like a Hollywood camera, you know. It's
I tell you, I love that drone. I really do.
Yeah, man, that's a fantastic camera on that thing.
Yeah. Well, listen, let me get back to my format for a minute.
Yeah.
And that's the tip of the week. The tip of the week, and it's a very little simple tip. Remember to keep an extra micro SD card in your case. That's it. Because
I know
raise your hand if you left your SD card at home.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Everybody's done it. So if you have,
I've had one go bad on me.
Yeah, that happens. I've heard that happening.
And I wished at the time I had another one on me, because I was at the Bank of America Stadium down in Charlotte, as a matter of fact. Luckily, there was a Walmart not too far away, and they did have a high-speed SD card, or I would have been shit out of luck if they hadn't.
Yeah.
I carry an extra one now, though. Yeah, it did. It actually went bad on me.
Yep, that's good.
It wouldn't even recognize that it was in. The drone wouldn't even recognize that the card was in it.
Right. Do you know what you want to mention the brand, or not really? Do you remember?
Well, I've always used SanDisk, and it was a SanDisk card.
It was a SanDisk. Okay.
Yeah, it was. It went bad on me.
Yeah.
Sure was. Yeah, I carry an extra one now, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's done it, and I've done it more than once, to tell you the truth.
That's the only time I've ever really had anybody give me grief flying, too. The security guard tried to give me grief. Of course, I know the drone rules pretty well. And he started spouting off rules. He was wrong about everything he said, basically. And I already had gotten Lank approval.
Yep.
When I started telling him the correct rules, he kind of backed off and faded away.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's it. You know.
but other than that, I've never had any problem unlocking either. I've unlocked several times, as far as like on the app itself, DJI's Geo
Yeah.
Zones.
Right.
I've never
Right.
had any trouble. Never had any trouble unlocking.
Okay. I know. I've never done it, so I don't know if it's hard or it's easy.
No, it's not hard. A lot of times, the very first time you do it, they'll want to make sure it's you and like send a text to your phone number or something. But
Right.
after you do that at least once, other times, you unlock, they don't rarely ever do that again. You just check the boxes, take response. There's 3 boxes that come up about taking
Yep.
responsibility.
Taking responsibility. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, let me ask you both, and Dominic will ask you first. But if you had a dream location anywhere in the world where you would like to fly someday, where would that be?
I'm going to be very biased, unfortunately. There is a spot a little bit outside of Melbourne, the suburb called Birrarung Ma. It's probably 5 or so minutes walk just outside the CBD. There's a place called the Melbourne Cricket Ground. It's one of the areas that hosts Rod Laver Stadium, where the Australian Tennis Open is. It's got the AFL Grand Final. It's got Amy Park, where they play rugby and soccer. So that whole area.
We haven't heard that. We haven't heard that yet. And what about you, Mike? Where would you like to fly someday?
That's a tough choice. I'd probably Iceland, maybe. I'd say probably.
Well, we have heard Iceland. Actually, Al from South Florida Drone Flyers had said that he wants to fly in Iceland.
Ever since I saw.
After seeing Jake Sloan's video, I wouldn't mind going to Alaska.
Yeah, no
Alaska.
doubt.
Yeah, Alaska would be an incredible place to fly.
Yeah,
yes, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know.
He went to he made it to the Midwest drone meetup, didn't he?
No, I couldn't make it. I didn't make it.
No, Jake.
Yes, he did. Yes,
I thought I saw him in one of somebody's videos. Yeah, I thought I did.
Yeah, he's an incredible drone pilot too and photographer.
Yeah, he is.
I enjoy watching his live stream, and a lot of people have said Alaska and Hawaii. We've heard that. Yep, reptilian. And David Lorenzo, another celebrity, is in the house. Just to let you guys know. How you doing, David?
I wish in North Carolina you can't land or take off out of state parks, which that's kind of a bummer.
Right. Yeah, Barkley was there, and he said Jake was there at the Midwest Drone meetup.
Yeah, I thought I saw him in a video, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. But go ahead, Dominic.
I was just going to say there are far too many forbidden zones in Australia because, if we're allowed to, there'd be a couple of I'd love to let it rip on, but sadly you basically got to jump through a lot of hoops to get various spots that I'd love to fly.
Oh yeah.
You can do it, but the amount of paperwork you got to go through.
Max, that's not nice, Max.
I saw in Canada with the Mini, they've kind of made it even more lax. I think it was air photography, maybe. You can fly beyond line of sight. You can fly over people with the Mini. And,
okay. Now, Mike, I know you're in North Carolina, but Mr. JRC's saying he heard that South Carolina is wide open for drones. Do you know if that's true? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't see why not. It's pretty wide open here. I mean, the only time you'd ever come in any, around a city, around an airport, or as far as Winston would have been wide open if it hadn't been for that, helicopter pad on top of the Baptist hospital. On top of the hospital.
Right. Yeah. And Steve, before I forget, Steve Carpenter, congratulations on your Evo Light purchase,
Hmm.
and all the best with it.
Did he get the Evo Light Plus?
Yeah, he just got it, as far as I know. Yeah, yeah,
I've seen some great footage off of that when it came out.
yeah. Autel, Autel is a great drone company. It really is, no doubt about it.
Mhm.
But we all know DJI is the best, and I say that for Max's sake.
Yeah, DJI. Yep, DJI is the best. Yeah.
Actually, when the Mini came out, the original Mini came out, I had a little bit of trouble. And on a Friday at 5 o'clock, the phone rang and I looked and it said Shenzhen, China. And it was DJI calling.
Oh, really?
It was DJI calling about the problem I'd emailed them about. And
Oh, okay.
it was
Well,
5 o'clock here, no telling what time it was there. And I thought that was pretty good customer service, though.
Well, listen, let me do my content, my monthly giveaway contest, and again, it's for the DJI RC lanyard holder, and as you can see, it works great. It really does. And these were donated by Tony Faz of Quadcopters and Tech, and I want to say thank you to Tony. But you guys don't know the lucky number, so you're eligible too. Put it in the chat. First one to get the lucky number, their name will go in for the drawing next week. Yep, and I'll try to keep an eye on the chat, and we can keep talking.
Who makes that lanyard, Captain?
Tony Faz makes it, and
okay,
they're
makes
available.
it.
They're available on his Etsy store. Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool.
Get a hold of Tony.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they really work good. I'm not just saying it; they work good.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping an eye on the chat, and I see somebody's very close. And I've missed it quite a few times now, but last week I got it right. The person who put it in, I got it. So I'm keeping an eye on the chat. Another person's very close. So let's see now. And wow, look at all these. I'm telling you. And it seems like the chat goes by a lot faster on my iPad. Wow, look at that. I probably missed it because it's not going as fast on the computer. Oh man, this is going to be bad. We're going to miss it again, and if we missed it, we'll just go back and correct it. But anyway, you guys are guessing, right?
Yeah.
Wow, nobody's got it, or I haven't seen it. Yeah, somebody probably got it, and I missed it. But keep guessing, guys, and maybe somebody will get it again. If not, I'll have to explain. Yep, I see it. I see it. All right, Dominic, you got it. Number 12. So, I don't know if anybody got it before Dominic, but it's number 12. I have it written down right here. So, all right, Dominic.
How's the DJI?
For the
how's that
drawing.
RC doing with the Mavic 3, Ray?
I like it. I tell you, I like it. I've never had a smart controller type of thing, and
yeah, I haven't either. I like it too.
It's comfortable, you know. The screen is nice and bright.
No.
So I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's super clear. I wish it was a little bit brighter. I did get a sun shield for it.
Well, you know, I've said it many times. I used to fly with my iPad Mini 5. That's what I used to use, and I liked it. I really did. It was a bigger screen, and but
I fly with
really
8-inch tablet myself.
Oh, you fly with a tablet?
Yeah, I have for years.
What about you, Dominic? Do you use a phone or a tablet?
I use the phone, but I do have an iPad that I don't have the holder for it, but I occasionally use the phone, use the iPad and just lean it on the controller.
Okay. Yep.
But generally use the phone because sometimes it's easier just to connect.
Yeah, I just can't use the phone. I've always used this 8-inch. It's a Huawei tablet. That's what
Yeah.
I've always used.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
I just can't use the phone. I mean, 8-inch, about the perfect size. It's not too big to where it's out of balance on the controller.
I like it. I like this new. I really do. I like the DJI RC. I do. But listen, guys. I don't think the World Drone community is going on. But Robbie had said something about maybe doing something on his own channel.
Yeah.
Travel Tech 360. But the hour flies by. It really does. So I just want to remind everybody. Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for being on, and I want to thank everybody in the chat for watching. But I also want to tell everybody that tonight we got Drone Nation at 9 p.m. with Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford and DeMarco Moore, and they always have a great show. And I got to say a big kudos to Johnny, because Johnny has updated the new live stream guide, and it's just about finished. He was adding 2 more shows, 2 brand new shows that are going to debut. And then that'll be ready for publication, so you can get a hold of Johnny or me and Maddie, and we'll get you a copy. But Wednesday night we have a great show, like I said, on the Fly for Fun show. But the biggest thing, guys, is get out there, fly for fun, and fly safely. But Dominic, now is the time for your closing thoughts and anything you would like to promote.
Other than my channel, is be yourself.
Okay, and that's Northside Hawk, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being on, and I really appreciate it. We got to know you a lot better tonight. And Mike Kinney, always good to see you, sir.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Anything you want to say?
You come down this fall. You're coming down to the race, aren't you?
I was going to, but no, something came up. I can't make it. Yeah. Did you get tickets?
No, I didn't.
Okay. That's going to be fun, I think.
Yeah.
Mike, just to let everybody in the chat know, Mike and I, we met at the North Wilkesboro Speedway, which is closed down. It's been closed for many years, right, Mike?
Yeah. It used to be part of the NASCAR circuit. And yeah, it's been closed for a long time.
We were going to fly there. Mike got there a few minutes before me and my cousin, and he got a quick flight in. And as soon as I drove up and we started getting ready to fly, the guy came out with a shotgun. No, I'm just kidding. But a guy came out who was the caretaker, and he kicked us off the property.
Yeah.
So, and I was going to show that video. That would have been a good one, because you did a nice video on that.
Oh, yeah. I went back and I found a different spot. It was on the other side of the track, away from that guy.
Yeah.
That was a weird setup there. The guy lived like right there at the entrance almost.
All right. So again, the biggest thing, guys, is everybody support each other and get out there, fly for fun, fly safely. And if you guys just want to hang around for the after party for a few minutes, I'll end the broadcast, and everybody have a good night. And we'll see you again next week.